What's good, people? How we doing? Um, I hope you guys had a great weekend, had a great night of fights. Yesterday was an amazing night of fighting, just in terms of UFC boxing as well. There was a great boxing fight with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch it both at the same time. I wish I was. I wish I had like two screens. So I went and rewatched the boxing fight and focused more on the UFC stuff last night. Yeah, but overall, it was an amazing fight card. I was supposed to post a prediction video this week, and I recorded it and everything like that, but I just didn't like the way it turned out, the way it was recorded. And Just also had trouble uploading the video all in all, so I just overthink. I basically what's the word I'm looking for? I was looking for basically errors with the video long enough, so I just didn't upload it basically, which is really sad. But overall, I did predict pretty much everybody that won except for the main event. I uh, I'm biased towards Dustin Poirier, I'm not gonna lie, but it just seemed like he had a lot of box that was ticking in his favor for him to win. Like in terms of attributes, it just seemed like Poirier was had more chances to win. But I heard a lot of people. I've talked to some of my friends about that, and Justin has that more of that explosiveness that is scary. You know what I mean? So I knew there was a possibility, but if I had to put my money on, if I had to bet, I really believe that that Dustin Poirier was gonna win this fight. So it's a wild thing to see, and I'm very happy for Justin Gaethje, because if you look at it, it's like he's kind of the BMF. He's kind of the baddest motherfucker in the UFC right now. He's had one of the most violent path. Every single one of his fights is super entertaining, super explosive. He's that type of fighter that deserves the belt. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not mad at him for having it. It really just sucks to see Dustin lose that way. Justin Gaethje usually does not throw head kicks, so I don't even know where that came from, to be honest. And when you look at the whole sequence, it feels like Dustin Poirier did everything that he should have done. Like, he didn't lean into the kick. He had his hands up. Right to the side of his face, but the kick wrapped behind the head, which is what, caused him to get knocked out because of, I guess, the equilibrium and stuff like that. But I don't think Dustin Poirier did anything wrong. He didn't overcommit to like a movement or something. He didn't go the wrong way. His hands weren't down. It just sucks. It feels like maybe he was due for a knockout or something. Like it was supposed to happen, because when I look at the replay, when you look at like Usman versus Edwards, you see that kick land flush on the chin. This one is like, it didn't land as flush. There was a hand in the middle. It landed towards the side, and Justin was also like, obviously there was probably a lot of power, but it wasn't as clean as the Edwards kick. So it was surprising to see Dustin fall like that. And it was really, really sad, to be honest. But like I said, Justin Gaethje is very, very smart, and I guess his team came up with that. So he started kicking really recently. We haven't seen him kick really in his career since his Fizzy fight. In the Fizzy fight, he threw a few head kicks and was like, oh, it might be working, but it didn't seem like he was going to actually start doing this consistently. And, obviously in this fight with Dustin, he threw a few head kicks and landed partially. So shout out to him for doing that. But it's so random. Like, it's so random for a fighter like at 34 years old to start implementing a new wrinkle to his game like later on in his career. And not only that, but that sequence and that shot actually working for a knockout, that's actually wild. So yeah, it was a great fight. It was a great sequence. I wish it would have went a little bit longer. I'm not gonna lie. It's for the BMF, I would have liked to seen a bit of a greater war and stuff like that. But at the same time, I can't complain, because this is just a sport of mixed martial arts. Anything can happen. But yeah, I think it favored Dustin Poirier as the fight went on. So, oh man, I am butthurt. I really am. I had trouble sleeping last night. Just had some nightmares about it the whole night. So it is what it is. But we're kind of stuck in a situation where Justin Gaethje's now, he's gonna have to fight either Islam for the belt, which is a very tough fight for him. I'm not gonna lie. Or he's gonna have to fight Charles Oliveira in a rematch, in a fight that he's already lost. You know what I mean? So it's kind of it's a tough spot for him. Well, no, I shouldn't say a tough spot, because obviously he's gonna make some money and he's gonna have another opportunity and stuff like that. And I'm sure they're gonna give him that shot. But I do wonder, like, if Charles Oliveira were to win, you know what I mean, in Abu Dhabi in October, they might just fuck around and do a rematch with Islam as well if they're 1-1. So in the meantime, what do you do with Justin? You know, October is still, yeah, I mean, 2-3 months. It's not that big of a deal, but I know Justin takes breaks and stuff anyway, so I guess it's not so bad. But if they do book a rematch, if something happens that Charles Oliveira win this fight, which is what I really want to happen, and they book like a trilogy with Islam or something, then Justin would have to wait a long time. You know what I mean? So it's definitely a situation. There's a lot of what if to, like, Justin fighting for the title next, and he's probably gonna figure out a way to make it happen. Most likely Islam is going to win against Charles, if we're being honest. He has the most chances, and Islam hasn't faced Justin Gaethje yet, so it's probably going to be that, Islam versus Justin, at the beginning of next year probably. And I'm not opposed with a trilogy between Poirier and Gaethje. I'm just butthurt as fuck. I just want to see Poirier get his win. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just really sad for him. But it would make sense, no? Are you guys with me or not with me? Because if, all right, by miracle, Charles Oliveira gets a win against Islam in October, and they do decide to book a trilogy, Justin is not gonna wait until mid next year or end of next year to fight for the title. Or am I crazy? I think he's probably gonna take another fight. And if there is another fight to take right now, it will be against Dustin Poirier. And I think it makes sense. The trilogy fights makes a lot of sense. They're both 1-1, and it's a fight that we all want to see again. So this is probably the scenario, if I'm being selfish, that I will want to see the most, just because Justin's fought for the title twice. He's obviously won against Fiziev, and a great victory against Dustin as well. But it's like, I don't like to see these guys just get a title shot, you know, lose, win one or two, go back to the title. It's like, it's been a cycle now with Dustin and Justin for a few years, and I don't know. It'd still be the same, right? If Justin and Dustin fights, one of them would still fight for the title, but one more in wouldn't be necessarily horrible or bad, considering the fact that some of these fighters had to go through 12 fight winning streaks to get to a title shot. Justin never has to do that, right? He gets a few wins and he gets a title shot. And it's a fight that I feel a lot of people will want to see. And Dustin could get a win back. So, hey, all in all, everything would work out pretty well. So, yeah, I guess we're throwing head kicks now. He's not a reckless machine alone, all right? He's still that, but he's a controlled reckless machine, which is something Dustin Poirier said before. I think he said something like he put his seatbelts before the car crash, at least, you know what I mean? And I think this describes Justin Gaethje very well. He's still chaos. He still wants to hurt you badly, but there's a different vibe to him, and you can see it. And he is elite, and that definitely puts him as one of the greatest lightweights to ever do it. If we're putting into consideration what he did in the lightweight division, it's a scary Gaethje. It's a new mythical figures. It's the new unlocked unlimited or a limited version, not unlimited. It's a new unlocked limited version of Justin Gaethje, the patient, calm, reckless. You know what I mean? It's a mix of both, and it's a dangerous Gaethje that we have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I have some other videos recording. Don't worry about it. And hopefully I get a prediction out before the next pay-per-view, which is going to be for Sterling and O'Malley. So, yeah, I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. And I'll give you guys my thoughts on some of the other things that happened during fight week. So stay tuned. I'll post some other videos later today. Peace out, boys.